Hi there, this is David, and welcome back to Let's Play E7. Last time, we beat the game. Not bad at all. Pretty simple if you ask me. I mean, to me, the hardest part of the battle was not knowing that you had to use all 7 of your party members. If you've been kind of avoiding the derp squad, then, yeah, it could be pretty difficult. But, it wasn't that bad. Especially since I still kind of avoided Geis and Elk. I mean, it's just that, you know, you have to have Adol in your party, and Adol always has slashing. If I would have used Elk and Geis a lot more, like a whole hell of a lot more, if you were able to switch Adol out. Like, if I could switch Adol out and put Elk in or Geis in instead, then, yeah, they would have seen a lot more screen time, but the only way that you could really put them into your party and still have, you know, a decent party would be to disequip Adol from his good slashing weapons and give him the piercing or the blunt weapons, and you really don't want to do that because the piercing and the blunt skills kind of suck. Oh, no, another earthquake! Oh, so the Well of Souls is gonna vanish now? Well, that's not good at all. Oh no. And again, because Tia, on account of her gender, must be saved. Skaius, who was just kind of dragged into all this, and kind of was a really good guy the entire game, he can die, but Tia, the mastermind behind all of this, the one who started all the Iskin fever, the one who began the Rite of Demise, the one who brought the Winds of Destruction, the one who told Skaius what to do, she can survive. She's a girl. Of course she can survive. That's the way it always works. It's so ridiculous. Like, just once, I would like to see the guy actually survive and the girl just die, because always the way it is like the girl is just like fucking evil to the core, whereas the guy isn't that bad, but the guy always dies and the girl's just somehow redeemed on account of her gender. Or her pretty face, or whatever you want to go with, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, I know you killed my father, but I forgive you. It's fine. Well, I mean, yeah, Skaius killed her father, but it really was Tia pulling the strings, and with her Rite of Demise and everything, the Winds of Destruction, she caused her father to suffer for years and years and years with Yiskin fever. But, yeah, she's redeemed. Totally and completely. She's pretty. She has big boobs. I guess that's what really matters. I guess it is all about the boobs. Why didn't we just teleport out of here? We've been teleporting the entire game, and now all of a sudden at the end, when it really matters, we can't teleport? At least we didn't have another escort mission. That would have been really bad. Oh, so it really is closing up. Look at that. Wow. Whoa. That was quick. Just as quickly as it came, it vanished. Oh. Yeah. Huh. And who are you? What's going on? Who's saying all this? What's happening? Oh, it's the various dragons. Yeah. Where are you guys? The seal has been broken! Oh, of course we fought well. Of course we won. Was there really ever any doubt? Oh. There they all are. Or all the seals, at least. Oh, there are the dragons. This reminds me of something from Secret of Mana. So what's going to happen to the dragons now? I mean, if the dragon's entire purpose was to keep balance in Altago, and once the balance got out of whack, the Rite of Demise would happen, aided by the dragons and the Dragon Warrior, now that the Rite of Demise can no longer happen, Can the dragons stay in this land? Oh, so they're actually part of the root of demise. Oh. Huh. But they were just on the side of the Dragon Warrior, whereas Tia was on the side of, destruction, I guess. So yeah, the dragons are now departed from this world. To where they go, no one knows, but they're no longer here. Oh, and all the mist cleared. The winds are gone. Oh, hey. Great. I wonder if the people will now be healed from the Iskin fever, or if they'll still be suffering. Oh, well, that answered my question. Okay. Oh yeah, Maya. Hey, you doing okay? Oh, great. And this whole time, Commander Rao, the one person who I really wanted to see die a horrible, horrible, painful death, survived. Oh, this is nice. All of Tago cleared up. The winds are gone. Everybody's healed. Everything's back to normal. I guess everything's back in balance? Oh, Crooksy, are you okay? Well, I would imagine that the Fire Dragon power is gone, that she would again succumb to Iskin fever, but if everybody else was healed from the Iskin fever, then she's healed as well? Oh. Yeah. So, again, the root caused the Iskin fever, Tia summoned the root, so Tia is the reason for all the suffering and all the Iskin fever that happened not only to Maya, but to Crooksy, to the king, to everybody else that we've seen on our journey, but she's a girl. It's fine. She's forgiven. All's for naught. Ugh, shoot me in the head. I mean, am I wrong in this? Like, am I looking at this the wrong way? Like, it's just, it bothers me, and it's like 99% of all JRPGs that you play, the woman at the end always kind of gets off, except for my all-time favorite, Arc-Rise Fantasia. Her crazy-ass Adele gets exactly what's coming to her. Oh, I love it! It's glorious! Oh, such a good game. It really got a bad rap because of the voice acting, but, you know, honestly, I played games on the NES, on the Game Boy, and everything else that had, like, no voice acting, so to me, it's not a big deal. Like, voice acting's just icing on the cake. Like, to me, it can never make it worse. I mean, I played Dragon Slayer Legend of Heroes. If you want to hear bad voice acting, check out my Let's Play of Dragon Slayer Legend of Heroes, because it's, like, unbearably bad, but it's actually, like, quite hysterical, I must say. Oh, so Yora gets what's coming to you. Great! Awesome! Sweet! So she doesn't get to live a nice, sweet life at the end. Everybody's sad. I don't know why they're sad, but I'm kinda glad. Bye, bitch, bye! Bye, Felicia. Really? Really? Yeah, you really should have a lot of regrets, like doing everything that you did from the get-go. And you're still only thinking about yourself. You've caused countless amounts of people to die and suffer a horrible, horrible death. But again, it's all about Maya. That's all that really matters. And then Raud actually gets to be in the ending. Like, Raud is a despicable human being. And I know that they try to kind of redeem him at the end, but, like, he tried to rape Tia. Like, are we just getting over this now? Like, is that just kind of, like, getting washed away? Just a clean slate? You tried to rape her. Like, come on. And then, of course, Maya can inexplicitly speak at the very end of the game. I don't know why she's able to speak at the end of the game. I mean, at the very beginning of the game, she didn't have Iscan fever, and she was still mute. I don't know how she was miraculously recovered, unless Tia, like, cast a spell on her or something, or Tia's evil power kind of permeated into Maya, and then therefore she wasn't able to speak or something. Who knows? I don't know. I think that it would have more impact if at the end of the game Maya still couldn't speak. Like, it just kind of miraculously healing her like this, it's kind of a cop-out to me. It reminds me of whenever I was watching, like, All My Children, or Young and the Restless, or Bold and the Beautiful, or something like that, and then somebody gets, like, blind, or paralyzed, or put into a coma, maimed in some sort of horrible way, and then a Christmas miracle happens, and all of a sudden, the blind can see, the paralyzed can walk, you know, you regain your memory, all that kind of stuff. Or, like, hell, like, we've seen, like, Raised from the Dead on soap operas, like, all sorts of stuff. It's just, like, Christmas miracle. Or some of my favorites are the experimental surgeries over in Switzerland, or whatever ridiculous thing they need to come up with. There was one. It was on All My Children back in the 90s, where Janet pushed her sister Natalie into a well, and then, like, killed her or something in the well, and then she was sent away to prison. 2 or 3 years later, they brought her back as a different actress, and they said that they released her from prison on this murder charge because she went and she got radical reconstructive plastic surgery, including a full body and facial transplant, and because, like, she got this, she was, I don't know, it was so ridiculous. Because she was like a guinea pig, she was able to, get released from the jail early or whatever. So then she came back to Pine Valley, and nobody knew who she was because, of course, she had the radical reconstructive plastic surgery with the face transplant. Voice transplant, too! Yeah, don't forget that. The whole voice box was transplanted. It was so stupid. But I loved Janet from Another Planet. She was great. She was so deliciously evil. Anyway, so yeah, all's well that ends well. Looks like the Iscan fever is cured. Everybody's rebuilding the town. Yeah, looks good to me. Huh. Yeah. A world controlled by humans, not by dragons or anything else. Oh, yeah, it is. I don't know why the background here is kind of blurred. It's like the text is very crisp and clean, but the background is kind of blurred. It's just like this is the game. It is what it is. It's not the recording thing. It's just, it is what it is. I don't know what the deal is. But yeah, maybe it's kind of showing them in, like, you know, vignettes of people and what they're doing in, like, a little fuzzy way, whereas Aisha's going on with her little letter about what's happening. Oh, yeah. I guess at this point they're actually going to let her rule. Now that the Prime Minister's out of the way, maybe Raud, you know, isn't going to push her around too much anymore, so yeah, that'll be good. Oh, so what happened to Adol? Where did he go? Is he still around? Did y'all get married or something? Oh, huh, okay, well that was nice of him. I would imagine that the town would need a lot of rebuilding. Oh, yeah, he's moving on to his next adventure. If you don't know, the Ys games are essentially, like, the story behind it is that Adol lived hundreds of years ago, and then somebody just kind of came across his old travel log, or his travel journal, and the journal was filled up with hundreds and hundreds of his various adventures all throughout the globe, and each Ys game is just the story of one of those many adventures. So yeah, Adol's constantly moving around and, you know, going on different adventures, meeting new people, going new places. Oh, hey Maya, what's up? Oh, yeah. You know, it's kind of nice how at the beginning Aisha didn't really like Maya all that much. She was just kind of obnoxious and pulling her hair and all that, but by the end, you know, she likes her. And she does become I mean, she's always been a sweet kid. You really can't say anything, you know, bad about Maya. She's just nice. She's sweet. She's endearing. And I don't like most kids in JRPGs, but I'll make an exception for Maya. She's a pretty nice girl. So with that, we're going to get on with the credits, and I'll get on with my customary review of the game. So as far as the story is concerned, I liked it. It pretty much was, go collect the 5 MacGuffins, and then once you've done that, go collect 5 more MacGuffins. But, like, the characters made it all worthwhile, going through and seeing all the various towns and the people who populate those towns, getting new characters. I like how they introduced the characters at the beginning of the game, like you had Adol Dogi, and then your, like, guest, you know? So that was really nice, and then at the the midpoint of the game, everybody comes together and you're able to use whoever you want in your party. But that being said, I wish that they made certain characters like Elk and Geis a bit more useful. Because you can't take Adol out of your party, like, Elk and Geis pretty much get just sidelined. And whereas Geis at least has a good passive ability in the experience up, Elk doesn't. He just has gold up, and I mean, gold is kind of hard to come by, but you can manage without having to grind for any of this equipment at all. I didn't have to sell anything in this entire game. Like, if I had to sell something, then, it would have been... I could have maybe wanted to use Elk more if I actually had money problems, but I didn't. And Elk wasn't all that great. But I digress. Everybody else was fine. I liked the character growth, the dialogue between the characters. It was really well done. I liked the quests. There were just enough. There weren't too many. Like, they didn't overwhelm you with quests, but they didn't give too little. Like, they just gave 20 perfect little quests. A lot of them kind of went on for quite some time, but that was fine. I liked it, and I like how the game kept track of the quests for you as well. The music was really good, the world building, very nice, all the various towns that you can go to. It did drag a little bit in the middle, I've got to say. I kind of wish that they could just kind of sped things along. And speaking of things dragging in this game, there was a couple of other things that I didn't really like all that much, and that was the gathering and synthesis systems. The thing is about an Ys game is, at its heart, at its core, it is an action RPG. You want to be going around, kicking ass, taking names. You just want to be slaughtering enemies left and right, just bulldozing through them. But for a lot of points in this game, you had to stop, and you had to, gather materials constantly. Especially if you wanted the best equipment at all times, you constantly had to be gathering, and that really does slow down the gameplay. And another thing that slows down the gameplay is the skill system. Yeah, the skill system is nice, it's different, I'm glad that they included it, but there are so many skills for so many characters, and it takes so long to actually, learn a skill that if you wanted to max out your skills, you could be there for hours. And some people might like that, more power to you. If you want to sit there and, grind skill levels for a year and a day, hey, have at it. I don't really want to. And because I didn't do that, and because I didn't synthesize all the best weapons right whenever they first came and waste so much time doing it, the enemy's HP actually got progressively higher and higher and higher, which, again, slowed down the gameplay because, I had to use great skills, or you have to use the best weapons in order to get these guys' HP down all the way, and it just kind of, they had an inflated or a ballooned amount of HP because of the synthesis system and because of the skill system. It just slowed down the gameplay. Other than that, though, I would say it is a great game. One of the very few games that I've played in the vein of, Secret of Mana, where you have an action RPG with, a party system, and I really, really like that. I loved Secret of Mana, one of my favorite games, and there haven't been a lot of games like that, and this one, it picks up on it so nicely. And Ys 8 is actually going to follow in Ys 7's footsteps with the party system and the skill system and all that kind of good stuff as well. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this Let's Play as much as I enjoyed making it, and tune in next time for my newest Let's Play. Have a good day.